So you remember yesterday I made a video where a former junior minister, used to be junior minister for the feds, treats ex-servicemen, veterans in other words, with no respect at all. He has no respect for any servicemen at all. And this just goes to show you the whole Fine Gael. This goes to show you the whole Fine Gael. What Fine Gael takes of the Irish Army, what Fine Gael takes of people who serve in the army and people who are veterans of the army, who devoted their life to the country, this state. And they turn around and they don't care. So as you can see from Paul, it's the screenshot here. Well, not screenshot, but you know what he said. He basically gave them an instruction, a politician giving an Irish citizen an instruction, a veteran soldier of the Irish Army, giving an instruction to get off social media. How dare he, first of all, how dare he say to an ordinary private citizen of this country to get off social media? How dare he? And this is the thing Paul doesn't want people to know. This is the thing. That, these people are looking for army pay. They're looking for paying conditions for the army. Same as myself. I was there for so long. I began talking about the problems in the defence forces. But what it's saying here, this really proves it to me. Because again, I didn't know at the time about the whole situation. But this proves to me that somebody's been telling this man, who asked this former minister a question. So as he says, he was given an instruction. I heard you were given an instruction, and the Department of Defence are giving people that are fighting for the Defence Forces pay, and they're trying to silence them. They're trying to shut them up. And just to say, Paul, if you want to try and shut me up, fair play to you, but you won't get away with it. You might try and shut all the people up, but you won't shut me up. So many times people try to shut me up, gangs, different things, talking about cross-border activity. Nobody ever shut me up. Simple as that, they threatened me with violence. Never bowed to them. Simple as that, never bowed and never will. And I won't bow to you. And never will I. And just to say, if you have any decency, Paul, but again, you show it here. I have another treat here to show you. Let's see it here. My phone is frozen. Great. But yeah, I just try and show it to you now. If I can find it, if my phone starts unfreezing, because it is frozen here. But long story short, it's Paul. Have a small bit of respect. Like, it's not much to ask for. A small bit of respect. And to treat somebody who served, because again, you should know this as junior minister, when you're a junior minister for the feds, you should know that these people are willing to die to protect their country and to protect their homeland. And you are treating them with utter disrespect, and you are sitting there on your big fat check, not a care in the world, not thinking about these. I'm sure you never crossed your mind that so many soldiers are lying on the street. There's 3 naval soldiers actually, a few weeks ago, threatening were nearly on homelessness, nearly homeless only for people supported them and give them money. And you're the one who really caused the Irish Army to go down here in the first place. You had the opportunity when you were junior minister to do something, to change something, but no, you sat down and said, I couldn't be bothered. That's as simple as that. But yeah, this is ridiculous. Like, again, you brought it on yourself. You really did it, because again, and then you come along and say this. So you basically said somebody was basically questioning you on what you were saying, and you didn't like that. You don't like it, and you won't like me questioning you. But you know what? Free country, free speech. The Constitution of Ireland states it very clearly you want to stand up to people who are corrupt like you, who are trying to silence people. And it is true, because again, it states in black and blue here that you basically heard, and you basically told this man to shut up and say nothing about it. And how dare you? As a political representative, you're here to represent the people. You're not here to silence people. That's not what your job is. Simple as. And it's not the job of anybody to silence anybody for asking the question. People are entitled as much as they want to ask as many questions as they want. And it's as simple as that. But anyway, here's his latest tweet. So, as it says here, you should take some time and talk to veterans organisations instead of asking what I did. I didn't normally reply to somebody who's doesn't have their face and name. And so basically, this was his the tweet beforehand. And basically just saying, explain yourself, Paul. Explain yourself why you said this to a veteran. Explain yourself. Explain yourself, because you do need to explain. And this person does deserve an apology. And everybody involved, every Defence Forces member deserves an apology. And the service that you use, to be honest, will go as far as using your pay for the rest of the year. Taking your pay away and letting leave you on the door or something like that. Because again, that's the only way you'll learn. If we take your pay and give it to the people in the Defence Forces, would you not like that? Because then you might learn a small bit of manners and a small bit of respect if somebody takes your salary away and gives it to the people who deserve it, the men and women of Oakley and the Heron. They're the people who deserve it. and you don't deserve a set, and you're probably going to get a €3,000 pay rise. Actually, no, it's €4,000 pay rise for TDs. You're going to get that. Again, this is the lunacy we have in this country. These are the people we elect in to represent us. And as somebody put it the other, I can't think of the post, but it was on Twitter. You haven't done really much for Wexford. I might as well say straight. You got in on the 11 count. Last time you got very tick with somebody pointing it out to you, and you were like, at least I went for election. The other person didn't go for election. But again, Paul, you don't see the point. You got the people of your constituency turned their back. You basically nearly got in the last count, the 11 count for TD, who was a junior minister for the Feds, who was a minister in the government for the Feds. It was technically minister for the Feds in the government. You had to get in the 11 count. And there's TDs that were absolutely new. Like, there was a TD in my constituency, Pauline Tully, never went for elections, for national elections before. And she got in. She flew in. Like, honest to God, she excess of 10,000 votes. Excess, and I used the word excess, of over 10,000 votes. She had 10,000 votes she didn't need. And she still got in. And she was only a county councillor for 1 year, back years ago. And she still got in. She said, and that's because she was Sinn Féin. And she said she'd do something for Cavan, do something for different people, and people wanted that. People want to change, and that's what happened, Paul. But again, as people said, there's jobs going left, right, and centre in Wexford. There's no jobs in Wexford, and as somebody said, and you're the one who's in government there. You're the one. You're in Fine Gael. You're the one who's in government. You're doing again, Paul. Can you see my point? Can you see it? Because again, you might see him being very harsh on you, but again, you're being extremely harsh on these people. These people are veterans after the Feds force to serve their country with dignity and with honour. And you're coming around as a junior minister. Like, if this was any other TD in the government, I would understand it never were a junior minister or minister for the Feds. But you were a junior minister. You basically expect the troops. You know that they have to go over to foreign countries. Could end up being blown to bits. Might as well say straight. Any time they could be attacked and blown to bits. And might as well say straight. And you sit in your office in Dublin and you do fuck all. Again, can you not see my point? You don't understand what these men are going through. You don't understand the sacrifices these men make every day of their life to serve this country. You don't understand. You don't get it. You just don't get it. You're taking a your paycheck. You don't care. And thankfully people are pointing this out to you in the comments. People are calling this up. And again, you're trying to silence this man, Noah, just for example. And I just want to say to Noah, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. And we appreciate the people. You and I, the people of Ireland, appreciate our servicemen. You don't, Paul. You really don't. If you did, you come straight away and you say, I apologise. You haven't apologised yet. It just goes to show you. Not much of an apology. And I still can't get over it. Still to now. And I'm boiling mad over it. And TD, a former minister for junior ministers, will tell an ex-serviceman to basically shut up. How dare you? Like, seriously, how dare you? Who do you think you are, Paul? Who do you think you are? What gives you the right to shut up a citizen of Ireland who pays your wages? What gives you the right? Explain. Please explain what in the Constitution of Ireland says that this person can express his opinion and can't say something. And it's because you're trying to silence people too. But anyway, I leave it there because I'm just... Paul, my best advice to you is just resign. Get out. Your time in politics is over. People, like, this is the last straw. Really the last straw that broke the camel's back. Last time I talked about you were giving out to Donald Trump, you were giving out to other people. And this is the last straw that broke the camel's back. And as simple as that. And that's all I'm going to say, Paul. Get your job in this Shannon or something like that. Go for the Shannon or go for this, this Shannon and go to the local authorities in Wexford. You might get in there. But, get away from national politics because, again, you're being childish. That's as simple as that. Thank you.